Are you here to say hello? My iPod's still going. That's what that noise was. That was a friggin' leaf blower. When I mentioned in my vlog that Big Brother consumes me, a lot of you asked for commentary. Well, I asked you if you wanted a commentary, and a lot of you said yes. So that's what I'm gonna give you. I'm sorry if this video does not interest any of you. I don't know why you clicked on it, if the title said Big Brother, if it doesn't interest you. But it was requested by more than 20 people, so I'm gonna get like 25 views on this maybe. But yeah, this is my thoughts on this season of Big Brother. I would love to do like every episode commentary, but that was, no, I just can't make that commitment. I have too much else going on with my horror channel and this channel. Yeah, so getting started, if you clicked on this video without knowing what Big Brother is, I'm gonna tell you. Otherwise, you can fast forward through this part. What is Big Brother? My life. Big Brother is where, it's actually in many countries, but I watched the American one, and it's basically where a group of house guests, this season it's 16, which is tied for the most people to ever be in the house, and they live cut off from the outside world, with microphones and cameras all over them. It's basically the concept of George Orwell's 1984 book. If you've ever read that, I had to read that in high school. I love that book. It's kind of like that concept, Big Brother is always watching. That's where it gets its title. I think that's pretty self-explanatory because America is always watching. They also do live feeds where they post them 24/7, what they're doing. So they have absolutely no privacy. And even in the bathroom, there's a camera right above the toilet. That would be a little scary for me. They don't ever show like them go into the bathroom, but I've seen where like people go in there to cry and then the camera is like showing them crying. The goal of Big Brother is to make it to the very end to win $500,000. You win 500,000. If you come in second place, you get 50,000. So the goal is to make it to at least final two, but overall make it to the final person. It's kind of like Survivor in the sense that a jury votes for who wins at the very end. So the 7 people evicted, when it gets to the final 9, the 7 people that are evicted after that go into sequester into a jury house, still cut off from the outside world, and they are the ones who ultimately decide who wins Big Brother. I'm not going to go into all the competitions and like POV, HOH, all of those. I'm not going to go into that. Have not. There's so many competition luxuries, so many things. So you can always look on Wikipedia if you want to know what each competition means. I'm just going to go into this season. I don't want to get too into detail about the game and stuff like that if you don't know what it is. I would read up on it on Wikipedia. I get a lot of questions about Big Brother all the time since so many of you know that I'm obsessed. I have been watching Big Brother since I was 10, since season 1, and I didn't really focus on it when I was 10. Like, my dad watched it a lot, and so sometimes I'd watch it with him. But my dad's still obsessed with it, and that's where I get my obsession. He gets the feeds every year. This year is my first year getting the feeds, and I love it. I love having the feeds. It gives me something to do when I'm bored, and yeah, I just get to see people live their lives. It's really weird. It's a weird concept to just watch these people live in a house where they have nothing. They have no TV, no music, except for the HOH, head of household. And yeah, they don't have anything. They can't do anything. So a lot of the times they cook and work out. That's what I would do if I was in the house. My life goal is to be on Big Brother. I would absolutely... Oh, I just want to be on that show so bad. I'm thinking next year I'll try out, or at least try out for next season. I don't know. I just don't think my personality is big enough, and I don't have the traits that they really look for. I think I'm a little shy, so I don't think that they would pick me. But yeah, that's my goal. Anyway, for the frequently asked questions, the number one I get is, who are you rooting for this season? I like McCrae. I've liked McCrae since I watched his interview with Jeff, and he is overall my pick to win because I think he's the most deserving of the money. He plays a good game other than Amanda. I think he needs to just cut ties with Amanda. Maybe not like forever, just like separate a little bit. I feel like he and Amanda are just like too close, and they need to spend time with other people separately. They collectively together will like go around and like hang out with people, but they're always attached to each other. And once Caitlyn, Jeremy, Gina Marie, and Aaron are gone, guess who's going to be the new target? The couple, Amanda and McCrae, which is a really weird pairing to me. I just wish he would just, you know, cut Amanda off. I mean, I like Amanda, I really do. She's a horrible game player, but I do really like her sense of humor, and I think she's hilarious, so I do like her. But McCrae, I think, is the most deserving. Also, I'm Team Mom Squad. I thought going into this that I wouldn't like Alyssa because it's Rachel's sister, but I actually liked Rachel. I was happy that she won, even though it's kind of rigged for her to win. I think it was season 13. And, but I thought when I read Alyssa's bio and watched her interview, I was like, she's gonna be kind of annoying. I actually like her a lot. She's really low-key. I think people make her out to be this huge monster like her sister, and she's not. She's just being herself in the house and being like calm. I love Helen. So I love the Mom Squad. They're called the Mom Squad because they're both moms, in case you didn't know. But I think they're not deserving of the money. They're both... What are you guys doing? They're both already well off, so I really don't think they need the money. That's why I think McCrae deserves the money, because he's a pizza delivery boy. Helen is a political consultant, and Alyssa is a yoga instructor, but her husband makes bank. So I don't think they're deserving, but I do like that side of the house. And another question I get all the time is, what do you think about Caitlyn, Aaron, Jeremy, and Gina Marie? Oh... That's my reaction to them every episode. I don't understand them. Erin is the most immature, inconsiderate person I think I've ever seen on the show. She does not care about anybody else but herself, aside from the racial issues. Her and Gina Marie, in case you didn't know, were fired from their jobs because of racial comments about other people in the house. Helen is Asian, and there's a gay guy in the house, and then there's 2 African Americans. She has said something derogatory about each one of those categories, and it's so... Granted, I know it's about context, and to me, when she was making fun of this comedy special thing from YouTube, it didn't offend me because she was making fun of a comedy that was already making fun of Asians. That didn't offend me. It was just what she said about African Americans and how she's just like, what you gonna do, girl? And like making fun of the race in general to them, to their face. And so she was let go from her job. And I think that just shows like her character and what kind of person she is. And it's not even the fact that she said those things, it's the fact her response when Amanda came to her and Howard came to her and said, you know, the things you're saying, you may not mean them that way, but people are thinking that you're kind of racist. And her response is, well, people are just too sensitive and they need to get over it. If someone said that about me and said, people are thinking that you're racist because of your comments, I would be really hurt and be like, oh my God, what am I saying? I would take responsibility. That's what you're supposed to do when someone comes to me and says, you're being construed as a racist. You take responsibility and say, maybe I am saying things that are offensive. No, she doesn't care. She's like, well, I don't mean it, so don't take it that way. I can't stand her. And I know I only see her on the feeds and on the show, but I can't help but think that that's who she is. And it's really horrible. And I hope she sorts her life out and figures it out, and I would hate to be there when she watches these episodes and sees herself being portrayed as a racist. But honestly, nobody put those words in her mouth. They just edited all those clips together. But I bet you she's gonna get all defensive and say, they're making me seem that way. It's the words coming out of your mouth, girl. Like, take responsibility. Also, with that, Gina Marie, I don't like her. I don't like to say hate. I do hate Erin. Caitlyn, I think, would be tolerable without Jeremy, and vice versa. I think Jeremy would be tolerable without Caitlyn. I don't like them together. I don't know why. I hate showmances. I hate when people couple up in the house. It bothers me. I don't know why. It wouldn't be my strategy, but I mean, I don't know. I just think that those 4 should just be evicted already. They're just all getting under my skin, on my nerves. I just can't stand them. I've never been more apathetic about a group of house guests in my life. There are some people like Andy, Spencer, Howard. I honestly have no feelings for. I don't feel dislike for them. I don't feel like I like them. They're just there. Same thing with Candace. I like Candace. She's smart. I just wish she would play the game better and be better in competitions, because then she would probably be one of my favorites. But she's just kind of there, as well as the other three, and they're just, I don't know what they're doing. Andy, I swear to God, if you're ever on the feeds, you know this, that Andy literally, if I'm on one camera, he'll come in that room. If I change cameras, he'll go in that room. It's like he goes into every single conversation. And eventually that's gonna annoy people in the house, I think. But he's like a little fly. He just like goes everywhere. Wherever someone's talking, he goes. And it's so annoying. It's like, dude, let them have their game talk. You don't want to be in everybody's minds. Me personally, my gameplay would be to lay low, but still compete. So if I win something, I would play like the shy, nice girl who lays low and then win things. Well, to the best of my ability. I can't really control that. But that would be kind of my role, is to just sit back, because I wouldn't be, I mean, yeah, you want a good social game, but Andy doesn't go in these rooms to talk in general. He goes to talk game. It's like game for him all day, every day. And that's gonna get annoying to people. Nobody wants to talk about game for 24 hours a day. I don't care if you're playing a game, you don't talk about it 24 hours. So I just don't think that there is a good group of competitors in the house. I feel like maybe it's just because I'm watching the feeds and they're just kind of not doing anything, but I don't feel like people are competing hard. Oh my gosh, it was just, you know what's hilarious though? I loved it so much in the last POV competition, when Howard was like splashing Aaron's face with rotten milk. Oh, classic moment right there. I was laughing so hard because he was throwing it so bad. He couldn't have done worse if he tried. Like, he was doing so poorly, on purpose, by the way. That's why I like Howard. He's funny. And he like tries to throw it, because his 3 team members, Regina Marie, Aaron, and Caitlin, they all need to be have-nots. Basically, have-nots, if you don't know, is where they sleep in the most uncomfortable room, they have to take cold showers, and they can only eat slop, which is like oatmeal consistency, but flavorless. It's really gross. It's still a mystery what it actually is. Nobody's allowed to talk about it outside of the house, so no one really knows. But I know it's disgusting, and that's all they can eat. As well as like condiments and some things that like America votes for and stuff like that. But anyway, I just think this group, I mean, I give credit to the casting because they got some people that America hates, and I think that makes it interesting. But Erin has gotten to the point where she's just so offensive, and like when her face comes on the feeds, I just want to change cameras. When she comes on the show, I just want to not watch. It's just gotten to that point. She just offends me so much just to even look at her. Like, because she thinks she's so much better than everybody else, even though she may not actually believe that. She may not even be a racist. She may not. It's just the way she says things. And granted, they may be taken out of context, but in the same regard, if people, she doesn't take responsibility for it, and that irritates me. She's not sincere in her apology. She did apologize to Candace and say, you know, I'm sorry if you took anything wrong. That's not an apology. You apologize for what you said that might have offended them. You don't say, I'm sorry you took this the wrong way. I don't know. I just don't think she gets it. Like, do you forget that cameras are on you 24/7? I don't know. And like a microphone is right here on your chest. Like, think about what you say before you say it, especially when you're making fun of a race. America will hate you. And what's hilarious is those 4 think that they're going to get MVP once Alyssa leaves. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. I'm pretty sure that none of them will ever get MVP, because if they even last, because everybody hates them. I just can't stand so many people in this house, and the ones I do like are like the lesser of the evils, because I don't really like them. Although Helen, I think, is a good person. I think she's genuine. I would trust her in the house. I would also trust Howard, although people are saying he's using his religion to gain people's trust. I don't think so. I could see where they're thinking that, but I don't think that's exactly the case. I think he's just a religious person and he takes that seriously. I don't think he would go back on his word, although he has lied straight to Helen's face. But anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think. If you want to film a video response of your commentary of this season, go ahead and post it down below, or just leave your comments of what you think about these people in the house this season. Let me know what you think of it as a whole. Are you a big fan of Big Brother? If not, I would definitely recommend starting to watch it. Yeah, it's amazing. But be careful, it's addicting because it will consume your life. I may or may not have more to say. Maybe I'll do another commentary towards the middle of the season and then maybe one after it's over to talk about the winner and stuff. I think that would be cool. I don't want to do one like once a week or anything, but I'll do maybe 3 this year. This being the first one of my commentary. You don't have to watch it if you don't like it. I'm not going to post it on another channel or anything. Just don't click on it. I'll have Big Brother in the title so you guys will know what the videos are. I'm sorry if this was really random for some of you, but you made it to the end and you're still watching, so yay. Let me know what you guys think down below of Erin and her antics, and Gina Marie, of course, and her antics. Let me know what you feel about that, who you're rooting for this season, and what your predictions are. I'd love to talk about it in the comments with you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.